Orion's POV. Running after the goblin and hearing the sound of the other two screaming from behind me, thanks to a certain lady, he was giggling away as he ran with a bag in hand. I jumped up, landing on a tree branch as I jumped closer and closer towards him, landing just in front of him, and in slow motion fashion, his smile fell into a scared look as I hooked my arms around him, slamming him into the floor. Good job. I looked up to see you dragging the other two just behind you, little circles dancing in their eyes. Thank you, lady. I beamed as I dragged him over towards you. You propped all three of them up against a tree as I webbed their hands together. Make sure you tie them where they won't be able to get out. You pointed as I noted I had missed just a small little spot, nodding as I went to fix it. I'm going to set up camp, so you don't have to worry about doing both. I nodded as I continued, hearing as you worked away with the clanking of utensils and the shifting of fabric, noting as one of them woke up, looking over me. Wait, he paused, nudging one of the others next to him. Doesn't he look like the paper? The other waking up as he also looked over towards me. Yeah, isn't he the prince? He whispered. I paused in my work, looking up towards the both of them. Wait, did they put out a paper for me? I froze, slightly shaking. Orion, don't let them get to you. You spat, grabbing one of them by their ears. You've done enough already. You looked over towards me. Ryan? You asked, silently in a whisper and silently in a stern voice. I backed away from all of you. If they have a paper out for me, that means people are actively looking for me. Right now, I whispered as I looked at my hands. Then to you. Lady, I whispered, seeing as your face moved in different directions. Hey, I think we messed with his mind. I heard one of the goblins whisper to the other. Ryan, calm down. We can deal with it together. You lightly smiled as you walked closer towards me, hands lightly out to hold me. No, I gasped, stepping away. What if they have the army looking for me? What if she is looking for me? She'll kill you. I gasped as I held myself. Orion, I will let no one hurt. How? I yelled, my voice breaking as I did so. A woman of my kind or twice your size. My mother is probably way bigger. How will you even beat her? I backed away even further. Orion, we can do this together. No. That means he'll be after you as well. You can't. You just can't. I spat as you just froze there. I saw the look in your eyes as I turned, running as far as I could. I couldn't see you get hurt. Not like my sister. My lady, it's time. I turned, watching as the maid bowed her head as she stayed there, like that, until I stood from my chair, walking past as she stood, following after me. The halls of this house were quiet. It always was, when he was here. He was always unnerving, the way all of his eyes watched me. How could father say he was human? I may be a child, but I knew that humans never had 3 heads. This person looked to be both male and female. I could never tell. When we met, he was taller than father. Everyone around him was, or even heard of his name, was always fraught with fear. Even when mother had seen him, she had the same reaction as when I had met him. The only one who seemed not to care was father and that stupid Pope. He was always draped in robes and a shawl like a cloth, his hair reaching towards the floor. And I hated the most was the way he only gave me a look. It was always seemed he was in a different lighting, Even in the bright sunny garden, he always seemed to have a dark purple of hues and shades. I hated it. It just seemed so unreal in the way he looked. I clenched my fists as I heard the voice of my father talking to that thing. The smile across his face as my father talked on and on about what I had been doing since he was gone. Yes, she has entered in the Vales school. They say good things about her, how strong-willed she is, and how well she works in her studies. Hearing the sounds of my shoes, they all turned to me, and the creature's face twisted as he saw me. I hated his voice, the way it almost seemed like the dead was talking. It's eerie and almost as if I was a butterfly meant for the spider's web. There you are, dear. You have done quite some marvelous things, I've heard. Can we leave? Asked the confused goblin. They waited patiently as they watched you, standing there, looking to where Orion had left. Would you be so kind as to let them free? But they froze as they watched you, quickly taking your sword from the hilt of its sheath and pointed it right towards one of their necks. A dark shadow casted over your face as your eye seemingly glowed from the fire as you watched the two, with one still asleep. Do you really think, just by a little inconvenience, I would let you free? You slowly drew back your sword up into the air before slamming it down